Hello and welcome back to Dropship Code. This is the intro course. This is video 2, and in this video we're going to look at how much can you actually make with this system. So the benefits for you. Well, first of all, it's definitely a lifestyle business because you're not there's no stock, no warehousing, that kind of stuff. You're not going to have to be tied down to any particular place. So you're going to be able to build a business. You're going to be able to send products all over the world. Sell to customers in every country that you could ever imagine, but you're not going to be tied down to one particular place. So it's a lifestyle business. It's a business that you could do from the beach. It's a business that I know it's a cliche, but it's a business that you literally can do from the beach. It's a business that you could do from home with your family. It's a business that you could do while you're watching your children's gymnastics class if you just sat there a little bit bored at the side. It's a business that you could do from anywhere in the world. As long as you've got an internet connection, you can run this business. So that's why I call it a lifestyle business. You don't have to hold any stock, as we've already discussed. You don't have to have any big warehouses, all that kind of stuff. There's no returns to handle because the returns, any kind of refunds, returns, that kind of stuff, is all handled by the supplier that you choose to. Obviously, you're not being the product is not coming to you, so there's no way that you can handle the return. The return goes straight back to the supplier that you choose to fulfill that particular order. Also, this is quite a big one. It's one that I think anybody who teaches dropshipping usually misses. It's a way to get started in major niches with little risk. So, for example, I've created websites in massive niches before: weight loss, things like jewelry, stuff like that, stuff that's usually sort of reserved for massive businesses that have to in 10 years ago or 20 years ago, they had to find suppliers. They had to invest like tens or twenties of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in securing stock, getting designers to create their brand, and then also branding those products. And then they might have a warehouse full of those products that they didn't know whether they were going to ever actually be able to sell. And the reason why dropshipping is so good is because it allows you to get started in those major niches where you can build a brand. And yes, the products might not be branded to your business in the very early stages, but you're building customer base, you're building a fan base, you're building an email list in these massive niches. So when you do have the income to be able to then go and create a branded product in that niche, you can do it. You've already got your start in it. It's a really good system, it really is. It's much easier to scale because literally all you've got to do is just build more stores in either different niches or different sub-niches, or maybe you even just up the traffic and up your traffic spend in a particular niche. Excuse me. It also allows you to build a real valuable asset as well, which is something that you don't get in, let's for example say you are affiliate marketing. So let's say you are running traffic, whether it's a little email list that you've built, or whether it's some kind of paid traffic or YouTube ads or something that you are running to somebody else's offer. You are always promoting that somebody else's offer. Now in this case, because you get the email list, because they are buying from your store, yes, you might not be selling your own brand, but you are selling under your own brand, if that makes sense. So you are building a website for, say, let's say bestfishingstore.com, and in that bestfishingstore.com, you are selling branded products. Well, the brand that they're going to remember, not only are they going to remember the brand that you are selling, but they're also going to remember the brand of bestfishingstore.com. And it allows you to build that valuable asset that you don't really necessarily get with other online business models. And then also, obviously, if you were to build a website and you were getting, I don't know, hundreds of visitors per day, and you were making a couple of sales per day of these high ticket items, and you're making $300 to $600 or $1,000 per day in profit, you're going to be able to that. Not only is that valuable asset going to be the email list or the list of customers on a Facebook page or something like this, you're going to be able to actually sell that website. That website is a valuable asset that you can actually sell for quite a large payday. And generally, the rule of thumb is that when you're selling a website that's making money, you're going to be able to sell that for roughly around 12 times whatever you are making in a month. So if you're making, for example, let's just keep it easy and say $1,000 per day, and you're doing that over a month, that's 30,000. You're going to be able to sell that for 12 times. So that's like $360,000 per month. That you're going to be able to sell. You're going to be able to sell that website for $360,000 roughly, as a sort of rule of thumb. Now, obviously, you might only be making one sale per day. You might be making one sale per week, but the maths is there. If you can sell for 12 times roughly what you are making per month. So some figures: 300 in this system. Again, this is when I say average. This is not average on the entire internet. This is average for this system. I teach you to go and find products that make you at least $300 per sale. I would not be advising you to build a website unless you were getting $300 per sale. So I can confidently say you will be getting $300 per sale because that's the system I teach. Don't expect more though than 2 to 3 sales per day per store. So for you to think that you're going to be able to sell, let's say you were selling one product for $1,000 and you were making $300 per sale on that. For you to think that you're going to be selling dozens of those per day is probably unlikely. Possible, but unlikely. What's more sort of realistic is selling 1, 2, 3 of those per day. That's more realistic. Once you get beyond that, then it's scaling. That's when you start to get into scaling, because you'll start to realize that there's only so far you can go with these sort of high ticket websites, and then you need to start thinking about for example, there's only so many Rolls Royce or so many Lamborghinis are sold per day. There's only so many people in the world who can actually afford these products. So that's kind of like an analogy that I would put it into a bit of perspective. Once you get beyond that, then you're going to need to start scaling. You're going to need to start either upping your traffic, or you're going to need to start branching out into new niches, new websites, or automating your website with staff and that kind of stuff. But we're going to get into that later on. The downsides, as we've already discussed, you don't own the brand. You own the brand, you own the website brand, but you don't own the product. And you can't control the stock levels. So if you are selling a brand's product, you don't control how many of those particular products that brand makes, because you're not the manufacturer. You're a supplier, if you like. You're an intermediate. You're actually a retailer. The supplier is whoever you buy the product off. The brand, they are who manufacture the actual product. Then who you buy the product off, they're a supplier, and you're the retailer. So you sell those products on behalf of the supplier. Avoid mistakes. So you need to put the work into finding quality suppliers, although I will point out that you do get, as it says on the next bullet there, dropship code comes with proven suppliers. Lower quality suppliers, they're going to charge you for access to their catalogue, and that's going to be a bit of a red flag for you, which we're going to cover in later videos. But if you contact a supplier and you're looking for their catalogue of products, if they try to charge you for access to that catalogue, you can pretty much guarantee that they are not a good supplier, and you should stay away from them. Also, if they allow you to sell for any price, that's also bad. And the reason that's bad, I'm giving a little bit too much away for this early course here, but the reason that's bad is because if they allow you to sell for any price, that means you're competing with people on eBay, people on Amazon, people who don't care whether they actually make any profit or not. They are just happy to make the sale, and you don't want to compete with that. You need a supplier who enforces their retailers to sell for a particular price. So if your supplier tells you that you need to sell for $1,000, that means every single retailer they've got has to sell for $1,000. So you're in competition with nobody. Hopefully that makes sense. It's quite a powerful thing. Don't use Facebook to sell. Well, I've put print on demand there, but really we don't use Facebook to sell anything these days as far as these high ticket offers go. Facebook is very much a social platform. You can get results by using things like contests and viral posts, that kind of stuff, but to directly try and send someone from Facebook to buy, let's say, a $1,000 antique table, it's not going to happen. You're not going to do it. That's why we teach the system that we teach, the traffic sources that we teach. Paying for low quality ready-made stores as well. You're going to see a load of them around. As soon as you start getting into this business model, you're going to see a lot of low quality ready-made stores that you could just go and buy. Don't do it. Follow this system and you'll be miles ahead of everyone. So how does this work? Well, our stores over the last I put 12 months there, I should say 24 months. Our stores have generated more than $700,000, and we've operated in a limited number of niches, really, because we just decided not to expand into like dozens and dozens of niches, but there will be nothing to stop you to do that. Some of the largest websites are following this model, and some of those brands are doing over $1 billion per year. You know, this industry, this opportunity is massive. It's as big as anything online. It's as big as some of the biggest websites online are dropshipping, and you don't even realize they are. Our system works with store after store after store. As long as you follow the system and you follow the research and you follow the sort of process of finding suppliers, finding products, it works niche after niche, store after store. Some of the people that have worked with us over the last year, I've been selling this course now in different formats for the last sort of 12 months. And one guy in particular built a website, and he generated more than $3,000 in just seven days after starting the course. And he didn't even get to, the course at that point. We were releasing a week at a time. So we followed the first week, and that gave him enough to be able to just jump in there and make the sort of changes that he needed to whatever it was he was doing, and it really helped him boost on. Now, as far as building stores from scratch goes, I mean, I personally have proved this over and over again. And all I would do is say to you, give it a chance, because this is an opportunity that is not like anything else online. It's a real sort of solid opportunity that is there for everyone. So FAQs, we're looking at how much can we make on this entire system. Well, we've already kind of looked at this. We've looked at, maybe you could be running, if let's say, for example, we were running one store and we were selling $1,000 products where we made $300 per sale. That works out at a gross profit of $9,000 per sale. Now, obviously, you've got your traffic cost involved in there, and you go into, that's why we come on to the next one, how much profit. This is going to be different depending on what niche you're in. Now, we teach all this, and we teach you suppliers that are proven. There is going to be some costs in getting set up. Now, by costs, I mean, we help you to create the stores for free with the software that we've got. Traffic, you're probably going to have to invest a little bit in traffic to get started. However, we do teach you how to get coupon codes that will give you up to $100 per sale. $100 in traffic costs will be free to get started. That is usually enough to make your first 1, 2, 3 sales, and then you can get started from there. So the setup costs are really quite low. In comparison to most other business models, the profit is high. The barrier to entry to get started and to make some kind of profit from the money that you're putting up is again quite high, because we can use these coupon codes to get started, and it doesn't take long to get set up at all. You're going to have to follow the course all the way through, really. We're talking 6 weeks to get started, unless you're advanced. If you're an advanced user, then you can probably take the first couple of weeks and you'll know where to go for it from there. However, in the course, what we're going to do is we're going to show you step by step. So I'm going to be building a course with you as you go along, and you can follow that. We're going to give you suppliers. We're going to make sure that you don't have to pay for stores. We're going to show you how to set up all the campaigns to make the sales. It's quite a step-by-step process. You are going to have to probably spend a little bit on traffic to get started, but again, the coupons in most cases will cover you to make the first few sales that will then cover your traffic costs going forward. So it is a good system. It's worked for person after person. It's worked for us for the last 2 years, and I hope you're excited about this, because I am, and I'm excited to see as many people as possible get involved in this and really take it to a level that I know it can get to, and many people that have already followed the course do as well. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next.